This is Ray Goodfellow, and I got a guest today. He is going to express himself. He's going to explain himself. He's going to give you some gems into his world on how he uses his creative ability to be able to, advertise, be able to do the things that he loves to do online. He has a unique ability of dragging people in by some of the things that he talks about. That's what got me attracted to him. So I'm pretty sure after this interview, you're going to be following him on his social media. So the next voice you're going to be hearing from will be from him. So it's on you.
What's up with you, man? I'm Jason Tallie, Jay Tallie. Lately, I've been doing these food vlogs. I started out as an artist. Years ago, I've been putting out music. And, just over the course of posting online and stuff, I always like to go to different restaurants and eat. And people would always slide up on my stories, asking me where I'm eating at or what dish is that and stuff like that. And a couple years ago, I just had an idea to start doing food vlogs. And I did like a couple of them and they did like decent numbers, but I just wasn't consistent with it. So earlier this year, I had went out to this nicer restaurant for my birthday, and I decided I was like, I'm just make another food vlog. It's been a while since I did one, and it kind of did numbers on TikTok, and I was like, I'm gonna stay consistent with it. I started posting once a week, and then I just started posting multiple times a week, and I had a big video that got like 500,000 views, and I was like, yeah, I gotta run with this, and keep doing it.
Well, that's kind of my focus too. That I have kind of redirected how I'm doing this page. My one of my loves is interviews. So I'm going to like what I try to do is I like to listen to interviews and find the gems in them, and then
Yeah.
I take the gems and to be able to broadcast it out to the world. So it advertises, the blogger or the interviewer and the guest, but also you get a chance to get a little bit of a special thing that it might do something to your heart. It might change your world, might change your life. So that's why I say I pull the gems out of it. So I'm actually refocusing this particular channel too. So this is, my first shot at my reinventing this page here. So
Yeah.
again, I want to say thank you for joining me here and thank you for, just spending a little bit of your time. But I want to get into some things here about the food blog and the food industry with you. So my first question
Yeah.
would be this. Was there a particular restaurant that when you said, it kind of inspired you to do this? What about that food or what about that restaurant made you want to do this?
Well, for my birthday, I went this year in June. I went to this restaurant in Memphis called Porch and Parlor, and it's a nicer restaurant, like a steakhouse kind of thing, and it was just so nice. I was like, this would be good for a food vlog, and everything was so good. Like the food was so good that I just had to put it together, and it started doing numbers. And I was like, yeah, I need to keep this going, just show people different restaurants and stuff like that, like a little point of view vlog type thing. And like I didn't know that it was gonna get big, or not saying that it's big, but I didn't know that it was gonna get that much traction.
Okay. No, completely get that. So, but one thing that drew me was you was doing some posts about Oxford, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Now, I got family and friends in Oxford, Mississippi, but the thing about it is, it's not really a food desert. It's a place that has, a big time university.
Yeah.
It has some pretty good food ever since I've been going back and forth there. So tell me about Oxford, Mississippi and their, food industry.
All right. Yeah. I think Oxford is slept on, in the grand scheme of things. It's a small town, but it's still a lot of, I ain't gonna say it could be more diverse, but it's still like for a small town, it has like some good restaurants. And so I was thinking like, all right, it's a lot of people. Well, I started doing the food vlogs around June.
Sure.
So, and I'm from Oxford, so it's easy to do food vlogs here since I'm here most of the time. So I was like, school finna start fall and summer. Let me just go hit some restaurants. So, nowadays social media is so big, people look up TikTok and Facebook, and they looked at social media kind of like a search engine, you know. So I was like, if I'm doing these vlogs, it might be people coming to town that's looking for places to eat. So I was like, let me do a lot around Oxford since, you know, school finna start and all that. So that's what kind of made me want to just showcase some of the food scene around here because we do have some nice restaurants.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Now, have you ever seen Carlos Miller at one of these food establishments?
Oh no, I ain't never saw him, but I've heard of Carlos, you know, being from here, and I watched their podcast and all that, but I've never seen him out. But he did like a couple of my videos. So they let me
Okay.
know people watching.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So I want to get into a couple of questions about the food. Like, I guess if you're going to go out tomorrow and you're hungry in Oxford, give me a place that you will go. Let's say an honorable mention, and then the first place you go.
All right. My first choice, I say one of my favorite restaurants right now in Oxford for the past couple of years been Jinsei Sushi. They got
Mm.
some good chicken wings, but they got some of the best sushi I've had. So right now, that's kind of like one of my favorite spots just to, you know, go hang out. I love their drinks. They got good drinks too. And I say an honorable mention. We got so many restaurants, man. An honorable mention. Man, I tried this one spot called a snack bar. It was really good. It was on some fine dining. I kind of want to give like, you know, a regular spot, you know. Phillips Grocery got good burgers. I mean, it's a lot of spots, you know, that I could say, but I know my
Okay.
favorite is Jinsei. It's a few little spots though that could get that honorable mention spot.
Okay. Now, I want to say this here: the people in Oxford know the ones either went to school there or the ones from there. What happened to Abner's?
Oh yeah, well, I think they sold the building or whatever, so they turned it into the Velvet Ditch.
It-
It's currently not a Velvet Ditch. It's one of the. It's like a unique spot, you know, for the city. Been popping.
okay. Okay. So I want to ask you a little something here. We're gonna go outside of Oxford. You talking about in the M Town in Memphis. I want to do the same thing again. Let's go. Your number one place you want to go to in Memphis that you haven't been to, and maybe an honorable mention.
Okay. Well, I want to try this steakhouse up there called Folks Folly Prime or something like that
Okay.
because the blog that I did, it took off. They kind of kicked off me doing the food blogs. It was Porch
Mhm.
and Parlor, and I was deciding on those restaurants, and I tried Porch and Parlor first. So I always want to make it my business to go try the other one too, just to compare and see which one I kind of like the best. But it's a lot of spots up there I want to try, like burger spots. It's a spot called Brain Food I've been wanting to try for a while.
Mm.
They food look really good, like pastas and stuff like that. And I also want to try this spot up there called The Kitchen. So I would say
Okay.
those are some of the spots I want to try up there right now.
All right. All right. So I haven't heard of brain food. I might need to check it
Yeah,
check
yeah,
it out
it's
next time I'm down that way.
real talk.
Okay. All right. Uh, let's go to desserts. If you gotta go get a dessert, where would you go to? And let's say in Oxford.
Oxford. Man, I'm a big cheesecake fan. I like
Mm.
cheesecake. I like Obi's cheesecake, but there's a spot called Just Cake It here. They got cakes and desserts and stuff like that. So I say that's a spot. Like if you just craving dessert, I go to Just Cake It because they got that variety. You can get a caramel, strawberry cake. They'll have some banana puddings and cupcakes and just different variety of things too. So I would say that's like if you just really craving a dessert, I go check out Just Cake It.
Just cake it. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Well, let's go to I'm interested in your style. So how do you create your style on how you do your food blogs? Like, did something inspire you, or you just like straight from the cuff? I'm just gonna go right at it.
Yeah, I really it's like my point of view. And I had to, I kind of after I developed the style, I had to sit back and analyze it. Like, okay, this is how I'm doing it. But it's really just from the beginning, it's like me walking up to the spot, Like, so I like to get the sign of it. And just like your whole experience when you walk into a restaurant, basically. Like from walking in, the sign, to looking at the menu, the ordering drinks or food. So this is how I like to run through it, like your whole experience. And I like to talk about, some of the things in the food, how the food tasted and stuff like that. And I'll just give like a review of like a score out of 10 on what I rate the restaurant. And like things I like to factor in is like, basically, everybody got their biases on their favorite food. So this kind of factors into it. Like my rating I give a restaurant, is this some of my favorite food? Is the food good? The service and, just that type of thing. I factor all that into how I rate a restaurant. And most of the restaurants I've reviewed have been restaurants that I've been to already. So I know they're decent. Like some people said, I give a lot of restaurants an 8. But to me, like that's a good score, and a 10, I want to save my tens. Like you got to be like, you got to be immaculate. Like I've only given one restaurant a 10, so I say anything like a 8 or a higher, it's a really good restaurant.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna keep it in Oxford here. I'm gonna kind of do like a little bit of rapid fire with you here. So first thing, you going solo dolo. You pulling up tomorrow. Where you pulling up in Oxford to get something to eat?
Tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
man, probably Jinsei. Like I said, it's been one of my. They kind of know me as a regular there, but I tried this one spot a few weeks ago, the snack bar. It was really good, man. I was loving their drinks, and it's definitely something I want to go back to. But it's kind of like more on the expensive side. So I eat out a lot, so sometimes I don't want to eat that every day. Just eat so expensive every day. But every now and then I treat myself. It depends on what mood I'm in, or if I'm just grabbing something. But lately I've been rocking with Little Italy. I did a review on them too. They got like pizzas, pastas, and subs. So I say if it's just a regular day, I ain't trying to spend too much, I go get some from Little Italy just because they got a variety, pizza, pastas, and subs. I can spend like $20 and be full.
Okay. All right, you got your homeboy that pulled up in town. Where are you and your homeboy gonna go and go to get some eat there?
Yeah, we probably hit one of these Mexican spots. We might hit El Mariachi or something like that. A little spot like that. Uh-huh.
All right. Date night. What spot you saying, okay, I want to take a date to?
Yeah. I would definitely take a date to the snack bar. This spot, I haven't did a review there yet, but it's like a nicer spot. Like you want to take a special date, not no first date, just something that's special. I would take them to McEwen's. It's on the square. It's like a fine dining spot. I know they also have one in Memphis too, but I've been a couple times, and it's one of those top tier, romantic type of spots. Nice dishes.
Okay. So you got you and your people, y'all planning your birthday, and they ask you, who do you want catering your birthday? So name a spot that you would like someone to cater your birthday.
Cater. Uh, I go with like maybe a chicken wing spot or something like that. Some good for just some finger food or something like that. I might go with some Old Cooper. I might holler at a food truck fresh out the water, a J&J barbecue. Do something like that. But I know some people have seafood allergies, so I'll probably go with a barbecue spot. J&J, get them to cater, or I would get maybe some chicken wings or fries from Old Cooper. Some. I know a lot of people eat chicken.
Okay, all right. All right, you want to eat healthy.
Yeah.
Where would you go?
Bird House Cafe, or maybe Green Line Salads. Bird House, they got like parfaits and juices. After I get a workout in the morning, I go to Bird House and get like a acai bowl, or so they got salads and stuff like that. Green Line Salads, they're not far from where I work. They just kind of like a salad bar and soup. You can customize your salad online, go pick it up, whatever they got. A lot of toppings you put on it. So those two of my spots when I know I need to eat healthier. Bird House Cafe and Green Line Salads.
Okay. The last one is, I want you to name your favorite restaurant that you want the world to know about that's in Oxford, Mississippi.
Favorite restaurant? I'd say Jinsei. I just have to give it to Jinsei Sushi. I know it's sushi and all that, but like the drinks and the chicken wings there, and they got a little variety on the menu. So Jinsei definitely one of my favorite spots right now. And I know Lane Kiffin kind of endorsed that spot too. They got it a little more busier, so I don't want to blow the spot up too much because it's hard to get in sometimes. But it's definitely one of my favorite go-to spots in town.
All right, all right. So I knew you had a little music history. So we're gonna go into the faves in the music history in music. So
Yeah,
we'll go into R&B. I'm gonna start with a heavy hitter. Who you picking?
R&B.
Beyonce? Yeah, R&B pop. So we're gonna go with Beyonce or Rihanna.
I gotta go with Beyonce. I like both of them, but I gotta go with Beyonce. But it's close, but I have to get Beyonce.
Okay. Scissor or her?
Man, that's a tough one right there. I like once again, I like both of them, but I have to go with SZA. That first album she dropped, I was a big fan of that. I kind of listened to that for a while, so I had to give it to SZA. But I like both of them.
Okay. Erica Erica Badu or Lauren Hill?
Erica Badu.
All day? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, old school. I don't know if let's see how old school.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Bobby Womack or Sam Cooke?
Bobby Womack. But when we talk about music, Bobby Womack, he a dirty boy. Wait, we talking
You
about
heard it,
music. Hey, Bobby
man,
Womack got some classics.
man. When I heard that story, I was shocked. I was like, "Whoa,
Yeah,
Bobby
real
Womack,
tough.
dirty boy."
Yeah, he a dirty Mac.
uh, Marvin Gaye or Curtis Mayfield?
Man, that's a tough one right there. Man, that's a tough one right there. I might have to get a slight edge to Marvin though, man.
It's like Marvin. Okay, let's go a little new school here. Chris Brown or Usher?
Man, man, oh man. Even Chris Brown, he probably more of my era, but I'm gonna have to give it to Usher just because that was the first tape I ever had was Usher. My
Okay,
mama let me listen to some music. I had it on a tape. That's how old I am. In the 90s, I had a Usher tape. So I'm gonna have to give it to Usher.
Usher. Okay. D'Angelo or Music Soul Child?
Man, these some tough ones right here, man. I'm liking all these artists, but I gotta give it to I'm gonna have to give it to music.
You gonna go to music? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with this one's a tough one too. This is one that me and my homeboys were talking about the other day. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Man. See, I ain't know how influential Prince was, man. But hey, I gotta give it just being a general fan, I gotta give it to MJ, man, all day on that one.
Okay. We're gonna go on a rap here. Ball and G or UGK?
Oh man. Man, if this was drink champs, I'd probably be drunk. But man, I love both of them, man. I love both of them, man. But man, I really don't even want to choose, but I had to say UGK, man. But hey, I love both of them to death, man. I can't lie.
All right, I'm gonna go to the producers here. KLC or Manny Fresh?
Man. I love what No Limit do, man, but man, I gotta give it to Manny Fresh, man. Hey, I love No Limit
Ooh.
though, but man, ain't nobody, ain't too many messing with Manny Fresh, man, making them beats.
Ooh. Oh, I had to go the other way. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
hey, it's a tough one, man. But Manny, oh, there's something about his music, man.
Ooh, okay, okay. Albums. 400 Degrees or Carter One?
Man, I gotta give it to Juvie, man. That 400 degrees.
I was telling my home, I think 400 Degrees was the best album that they ever put out
Yeah,
on Cash Money.
Juvie, my favorite hot boy, man. I got it. Juvenile, hey, he's one of my favorites, man.
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna get real. I think I'm gonna get. We're gonna go to the ladies here. To me, it's easy. Mia X or Cardi B. Oh, that's
Man,
taking a while. Oh, that's taking a
I
while.
gotta get. I'm gonna give it to Cardi, man. Just because I'm gonna give it to Cardi because Mia X. I know she did her thing when she was with No Limit, but Cardi, I feel like Cardi stood more by herself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, oh man, I
Yeah,
did not expect that. Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. Out of the clips, Pusha T or Malice.
I gotta give it to Pusha, man.
Okay, okay. Out of the, I hate doing this. Let's go. Let's go East Coast. Let's go East Coast with this one. Um, MOP or Mob Deep.
Mobb Deep.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
Yep.
agree with that. Foxy Brown or Lil Kim.
I like Lil Kim.
Okay. Dang. Okay. All right. Well, is it because you like her style better, or just think she's made better songs, or
Man, yeah, I think I'm just more familiar with her music than Foxy Brown. And I feel like she probably had a little more longevity in some ways.
okay? All right. Let's go to the Shy. Let's go Common or Twister.
Man, I love both of them, man, but I gotta give it a twist on that one.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Let's go to. This another one my homeboys talk. Bootsy or Webby.
Man, that's a hard one, man. That was some of my favorite rappers growing up, man. Being from Mississippi, man. Oh man. All right. I'm gonna say if we talking about rapping, the talent, I'm giving it to Webby. you know. But as far as like appealing to emotions and being like a businessman, I give it to Boosie. But if we just talk about the better rapper, I gotta give it to Webby. Webby got a
Mm,
flow, man. He got a mean flow.
mm. Okay. All right. Let's go to West Coast. Let's go to Snoop or Game.
Snoop.
An easy one. That's an easy
Yeah,
one.
it's easy.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the M Town. Gotti or Dolph.
Dog.
I'm a Dolph guy, so yeah, I like Gotti too. Gotti
Yeah,
actually
yeah. I
gave me.
like got it, but I like dog, man.
Okay. Let's go. Now not gonna go. We're gonna go to Texas, but we're gonna do it a little different. I want you to name the best Scarface song if you can.
Man, I got man. Hey, man, it's a few of them that I like, man. It's a few of them that I like. I love that album. I forgot the name of it, but I know it got Mary Jane on it. It got a few. That album right there, I think
Mhm.
it's Untouchable, Unbreakable. What's that
Yeah.
album? I
Uh,
love that album right there. But
that's was that a man? Never seen a man die till I see a man cry. Was that Untouchable?
no, I think that was after that. I know
Oh, that
that
was
Untouchable
Diary.
had Mary Jane on it.
That
The,
was Diary, wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah, it was one of his older ones that had that on it. But I say the
Okay.
favorite song, he had this song called man, it's a few of them that I want to name, man, because I love Scarface, but he got this song called "Now I Feel You," and then that's one of my favorites from Scarface.
Okay. Okay. Let's go to the A. I'm gonna do it a little different here. If you had a chance to sit down and eat a meal with One of these two rappers, who would you pick? 2 Chainz or Future?
I love both of them, man. But if I just had to sit down with one, man, I love both of them, man. As far as artists, but I'll probably pick. I have to pick. Man, damn. I probably had to go with 2 Chainz, but I love both of them, man.
Okay. All right. All right. That's a hard one for me too. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
All right. So if you had a chance to sit down with Trick Daddy to talk and cook, what meal would you want Trick Daddy to cook with
He gotta cook me up some of that Florida, some fish or something, some fish or some seafood or something, some fish and rice and stuff like that. One of them
you?
tropical meals or something.
Okay. If you had the opportunity, let's do it like this here. If you had the opportunity to make one meal for a passed away, like actually, let me remix that. I want you to name a meal that probably most rappers would like to eat. It can be you just think a meal that they most likely would like to eat. So like for me, for example, I think most rappers would probably like to eat a burger. What do you think most rappers would like to eat?
Man, uh, probably I'd say maybe some steak or something. But just off me, if I'm gonna use me some soul food, I'm gonna get me some fried chicken, some sweet potatoes, and a couple more sides like that. Some green beans or some greens and some cornbread. Give me something like that. I mean, how can
Okay.
you go wrong with that?
Okay. All right. This is the opportunity to name one place outside of Memphis, outside of Mississippi, of a restaurant that you know about that you would like to do a food blog.
Man, I've been seeing this guy in California go viral for them oxtails falling off the bone, talking about tendonism. I think it's called Destination Smokehouse out there in California, outside of
Okay.
LA. So I'd like to do a review out there. I won't mind going out there and doing a review, be on the West Coast.
Okay. All right. All right. So I want this you talking to your audience here. I want you to explain what you're going to be doing next on your food blog on social media.
To my what restaurant or just
Yeah,
in,
what
in general direction
just
of it?
in general direction. Sorry, general direction.
Okay, well, I want to hit like more of those kind of hole in the wall type spots and just more like nice restaurants too, and just restaurants with a story. Like I try to stay. I have done a couple chains or whatever, but I kind of like highlighting those historic spots that, it's been known for decades, to have good food or stuff like that. And I like to review like finer dining spots with good drinks and stuff, and just to see if their quality is up to par with the prices. So I'm trying to, and I want to move around to start hitting more cities, like cities with like good food scenes and stuff like that. So, but I definitely want to showcase my area first. That's why I did so many in my hometown. But I want to branch out to surrounding areas and then eventually bigger cities and stuff like that.
All right. All right. Well, this is your opportunity to ask me one question. So let's make it good.
Yeah, one question, man. All right. What motivated you to start the Based on Characters podcast? Like, well, I know you kind of told me already, but what was like just the motivation to keep it going?
Okay. So um just kind of give you a short synopsis here of this. So basically, I like watching interviews. So I'm sitting there and I'm listening to people doing interviews, right? And I noticed that if you're watching an interview, I'm sitting on an hour in. I really want to watch it, but then I just wonder, what if I'm sitting on the other side instead of that person that's interviewing Denzel or the interviewing, whoever else, right? Then I start visualizing myself doing that.
Yeah.
Then I said, what if I can actually start doing that to people I know locally here. And then, like, my father was sick at the time. Now, I don't know if people know, I have also another podcast called No Huddle Football News. And I told him, I said, I'm going to get back into football one day. So, and I was thinking of a way I can do it, during COVID, that I can interview people that I like to, interview. So I'll just start reaching out to people, and then they would start replying back. Then it just kind of took off from there. I just got interested, and I told myself, right now I want to get more back into the interview part, pulling the gems out, than going really wide, because I got wide into the Diddy stuff and all that stuff there, and
Yeah.
I felt like I needed to channel it back in. And that was going to be my next question too. So that was my answer for that. Um, Diddy, overhyped, um, trial, or underhyped? Should have been bigger. So
Mm, I think a lot of the media is overhyped. People get a story and run with it. But I mean, you never really know like the stuff they had went on. But I think a lot of the media is hype. Like if people get excited about a story, they want to run with it because it's what's hot and they want to get their channels views. So I would say a lot of it is overhyped.
okay. All right. So this is your chance to give up your unsung heroes or someone that inspire you. Name a podcast, a YouTube channel, whatever else that inspires you to keep pushing forward.
Hmm. Podcast or YouTube that inspire me. Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube, man. So I'm gonna have to think of
Mhm.
one that really inspires me. I kind of like let me see. I like a lot of them, man. I watch a lot of interviews too. But I say
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to Carlos Miller. I'm gonna give it to the 85 South Show just because Carlos, he's from my hometown.
Okay.
So it's inspiring seeing if he can do it coming from here, I know it's possible. And I can, build a platform like that too, or something like that. So I give it to the 85 South Show.
Okay. All right. So this is your last chance here about Oxford, Mississippi, or Memphis area, and let someone know what they expect in the Oxford, Mississippi area when they travel down there. What can they see, sightseeing, whatever else they can do while they're down there.
Well, I say the best time to come is right now during football season. Football, the Grove is it's a big attraction. I think that's where Oxford is most known for. The university or whatever. But I mean, it's Mississippi. It's beautiful down here. We got restaurants. It's Southern charm, classic Southern charm. So you come to Oxford, and I would say Memphis is culture. Like it's I know it's a dangerous city or whatever, but it's Black culture at its finest in Memphis. So I would say if you want to go out and a nightlife and just explore different things and do the stuff that we like to do is Memphis. But if you want to lay back Southern charm, chill, go eat or go catch some sports or sports games and stuff like that, you can come on down to Oxford. We got fishing and Sardis Lake, and if you're a country boy, we got stuff like that for you to do. So I say it's definitely more laid back in Oxford.
All right. Well, I got one more for you here. Okay. Since we talking about the country, y'all got a lot of four wheelers, a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that you see, on some of the sports pages, like the sports ATV pages or whatever else. But tell them about the car game in the Memphis and the Oxford area. Like, what the people riding down that way, the old school way.
Oh yeah, yeah. People, growing up, man, we used to love them old schools, the box Chevys, the Cutlasses and Monte Carlos, and that's a big thing. And nowadays, the new era, people like the Infinities and Audis, and people want the foreigns. And I seen more people in Mississippi gravitate the trucks now, like the bigger trucks, the Ford F-150s and 250s and Z71s and 2500s and stuff like that. So that's pretty big down here too, getting the trucks lifted and stuff like that. But I think old schools will always be classic, you know, especially down south. It'll be big down south always.
All right, perfect, man. Well, guess I'm going to have to bring my guest back on for a part two. He's been wonderful. He answered all these questions like with no hesitation. He knows his food, he knows his music, and he knows how to conduct himself in an interview. So I want you to give your advice to someone, let's say someone young or someone old that want to start doing something on social media. What one thing would you advise them to do?
I say the biggest thing, well, some of the biggest two things is to get started and stay consistent. You know, even when you don't feel like it, you know, it might be a day you don't feel like doing something, but just having that discipline and stay consistent, you might put out some of your best work or your biggest videos. It's all about doing it when you don't feel like it, you know, or when you know, you had a rough day and you just don't feel like it. Nobody's making you do it. It's not like a job you have to clock in and get fired. So just to have that discipline to keep doing it, man. Stay consistent. Whatever you do, just get started and stay consistent. I think it'll work out for you.
All right, perfect, perfect. All right, it's your time. You go ahead and shout out to social media pages, how they can get in touch with you, and just so you can increase your fan base.
Yeah, most of my social media is really all of it. I'm Jason Tallie on Facebook, but you can follow my artist page at J Tallie GME. Most of my pages are at J Tallie GME. That's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You know, go tap in with me, man. I want to appreciate you for having me on for this interview, man. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem at all. As you don't know, this is Ray Goodfellow. You can follow me on YouTube at Based on Characters, just like that. Also, if you want to get into the football and, talk about that, that's definitely going on right now. A lot of stuff going on. Trade deadlines coming up here, so people are going to be moving, and that is No Huddle Football News. But Ray Goodfellow, that's my blog that's on Instagram, and I'll tell you this: I gotta bring this young man on for a part two because his knowledge and love for music is probably just as strong, I can tell, as it is the food. But again, I'm a foodie myself, and I'm really interested into learning more about what he got going on for the future. I want to see more of his posts, and go follow him right now, and definitely follow me for some more content. Jason, hey
Hey,
man, I
appreciate
appreciate
you,
you
bro.
coming on, man, for
Appreciate you
sure.
for having me, man.
All right. So, audience, everybody, go check out the interview, check out the clips, and check out my next interview coming up. It's going to be a fabulous one, too. Until I speak to y'all again, peace.